the future, always check the calendar. So the
Okay.
calendar, you'll see, when we have calls and then the Zoom. And then also, let me just show you. I know, so for some of you, again, school is something, a new platform, right? So I promised that I was gonna make an introduction video, which I'm working on it soon, coming up. But so you know how to navigate it. And it's actually really fun. School is actually, it's like, it's not like going to school, but it has also the gamification behind it. Let me just share my screen real quick. Can you guys see my screen? Yes? Okay, perfect. So when you see here, when you see live, it will say, whatever workshop and you just click on it. And when you click on it, it will take you to the Zoom. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Or you can go to classroom. Oh no, you'll go to calendar. And then same thing here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Amy. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. All right, let's get started. So I know some of you were here and some of you were able to catch the replay. So my question for you guys is, who actually did their assignments? If you remember, what was the assignment? Can anybody tell me? Hey,
Yeah,
Edwina, hi.
it was watching
Yes,
the video, Bob Proctor's video, Decision a Habit.
beautiful. On decision. Okay. Who actually watched the video?
I watched it.
You watched it? Okay. Yes, Maria did too. You did, Jerome. Okay, good, good. Hey, Shannon, good to see you. Okay, so that was one of the assignments, right? So we finished the master class with the link to Bob Proctor's video called Decision. So for those of you that didn't get a chance to watch it, it's okay, but make sure you go watch it back, after this. You watched it too. Okay, so for those of you that did watch it, can you share, if you want to feel called to share any takeaways on the power of decision? You can put in the chat, you can unmute yourself. Feel free.
Bob Proctor mentioned that one of the biggest reason why people don't make a decision because they don't know how to get to their goal, and that's what
Yes. Yes.
stops them. So he mentioned one of the best things to do is make the decision first, and
Yes.
then you would figure out like how to get it. Like that how will manifest by itself. You'll figure out, like you'll be more aware of what you want to attract. And I mean, you want to attract certain things, right? Let's say if you want to lose weight, right? Then you make that decision that I want to lose weight by such and such date, and then you will attract the how. The how will come.
Yes.
I don't know if I
Beautiful.
said it the best. Like Broad Practice said it so nicely, but I was trying
That's a,
very best to
yeah,
make sense out of it.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. So just to add on that a little bit, okay? So I would like everyone to think about, how do you currently make decision? Okay, so it doesn't have to be actually something big like, oh, making a decision of earning $100,000. Okay, so let's just say deciding where to eat for dinner, right? Or if you want to go on a vacation, how do you currently make decision? Do you ask other people? Hey, maybe you ask your wife, your kids, hey, what do you want to eat? Do you do that? Okay, Shannon, beautiful. Jody,
Yeah,
you
sometimes.
want to share? Sometimes. Which one?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. Which one?
Dinner. What do you want for dinner?
Uh-huh. Okay, so you ask
Yeah,
other people
yeah.
what they want.
hmm
Okay, okay.
Suppose that's not me
Thank you.
deciding then, is it?
Okay, I mean, again, there is no right or wrong, okay? So, but I just want you to start noticing what is your habit. Okay, so, oh, Jerome said based on intuition. Okay, beautiful, based on intuition. Okay, and Shannon says based on what you have around you. Okay, so Isn't that how most people make decisions? When they want to go on vacation, for example, right, they will look at, okay, how many days vacation do I have? Yes. Then I decide how long I'm gonna go for, right? Right? I see people nodding head, okay? Or if you wanna go buy something, let's just say you wanna buy a new car, okay? What do most people do? Most people will look at, okay, I mean, if I have the money to buy it, right? That number one. Or if you're in the US, maybe you use credit, right? Okay, so if you use credit, okay, how much can I afford the monthly payment? Right? Is that making sense? Everybody can relate to that? Yes. Okay. So, right, it's yeah, Maria, do you want to share?
Well, actually, I don't think that that's how I make decisions or anybody, because those decisions are seemingly already made. If that's what I can afford, as if that is already made for me. So I think that I usually want to make a decision that is not already made and that is not limited. And I do. But then I got stuck with action and with how, but less and less. And
Good.
but I think I recognized earlier that somehow what I know how to do, it's not my decision.
Say that again?
Well, that what I can do with what I have is not my decision. It's my limitation.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and this is something I was just like everyone, right? That's how I used to make decision. Looking at the resources, then I make my decision. Yeah. And this is why we don't go anywhere. Remember the chart I showed you guys last week, the lines? You guys remember the frequencies. Yeah. I'm not gonna draw it again, but it's just the frequency you're on. Okay. But what Bob said in the video is the only prerequisite, and I want you to write this down and really burn it into your mind, because this is really powerful if you can understand it. Okay. The only prerequisite in making a decision is just 4 words. Okay, write this down. Do I want it? Do I want it? Yeah, exactly. Do I want it? It's not about, oh, do I have enough money? Do I have enough resources? How am I going to do that? None of that. It's just, do I want it? Yeah. Okay, so I would like everyone to start to make decisions based on what you want. Okay, and I'll tell you, it's easier to say than done. Right? Because it's easy to say, yeah, okay, I'm gonna make decision like that. But when you actually have to take the action, right? Whether that's book the trip when you don't have the money yet, or buy that car when you don't have the money yet, right? You see what I mean? It's easy to say than done. Okay. So in the process, that's why, like, there's so many components in this, okay? Which is, and I know, we're all like-minded people here from last week's call, right? So if you study Neville Goddard, right? I think everybody is familiar with Neville. And Neville always talk about, okay, be in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, be in the wish of feeling fulfilled, right? So if you can stay in the frequency of the feeling of your wish fulfilled, right? Even though you don't have the money yet, right? You will then attract the how. Does that make sense? But again, it's easy to say than done, because you look at your physical world, you don't see the how. You believe me, Maria. I mean, I'm glad that you are able to not reject what I'm saying. Okay. And some of you, maybe you guys are listening, maybe you don't accept what I'm saying, and that's okay. But don't reject it right away. Just ask yourself, Okay, let me try. Okay, if what Bob is saying is real, or if Amy is saying is real, I'm gonna try it for myself and see. Okay? Exactly, Shannon. Thank you. Yes. And not just me, but also my clients, right? But all comes down to decision. Decision is always number one. Okay? That leads us to this week's session, which is identity, right? Identity shifting. You might not know what you need to do to become the next version of you. Okay? You might not know, but the first thing you need to do is decide. That's the first thing you need to do. Yes? Yes. Okay. So I would like to also share with you the word decision. Okay. Because like I said, it's a huge concept. The word decision, please write this down. It comes from the Latin word decidere. So it's DECEDER, I believe. It's decidere. Okay. Which means to cut off. That's what decide means. Decidere, to cut off. To cut off. Okay. For those of you, maybe you know Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, right? He talked about burning the ship. You guys remember the story, burning the ship? Some of you. Okay. That's a decision, meaning there's no plan B, right? I'm looking at Jody right now. Jody, it's like where what you're going through right now is there's no turning back, right? Like you made a decision, or whether or not it's universe pushing you out or you made a decision yourself, regardless, right? But there's no turning back. Yes?
Correct. Yep.
That's it, right? And when that happens, okay, Jody, just mark my words. 6 months from now, you're gonna look back and you're gonna say, oh wow, like you made the decision and then things start to happen. Okay, you might not know what you consciously, but when you look back, you will start to you will connect the dots looking backwards. Okay, and it all started with decision. Okay, yes. Okay, beautiful. So when we talk about to cut off, what are we cutting off from? Okay, please write this down. You are cutting off from plan B, right? There's no plan B. Okay, so meaning like whatever C-type goal that you wrote down last week, it is not just, oh, it's nice to have. No. We're gonna achieve the C-type goal. We don't know when, we don't know how, but we know we will. Yes, exactly, Jerome. So we need to cut off from plan B. We need to cut out your excuses, right? The inner chatter, which I'm going to talk a little bit about today. The inner chatter in your mind. Okay. The third thing, we need to cut out your old self. Your old self. So actually, everyone on the call today, by the end of the call, we're going to do like a little ceremony to kind of say bye to your old self. Right? Your old self has to die, and this is Neville Goddard's exact word. Your old self has to die so your new self can emerge, right? So your old self brought you where you are today, but your old self is not going to take you to where you want to go. Yes? Okay. And again, that's easy to say than done. I remember some of my clients, they're like, yeah, let me kill my old self. Like, I'm like, oh, no. It's not like that, right? We are appreciative of your old self. Okay. And we're giving a lot of gratitude towards your old self. Okay. But it's time to level up. Yes? Yes. Okay. So put 2.0 in the chat, because that's the next level. It's kind of like iPhone, right? iPhone has, I don't know, 12, is it 12 12, 13. I don't know. I don't even know what version I have on my iPhone now. Yeah, 16. Oh my God. Is it 16? 16. I'm still on 12. My God. Okay. Yeah. You're still on 7. Okay, Jody. All right. I don't feel as bad. Crazy, huh? But do you see that though? Every year iPhone will upgrade, and then people will stay in line to buy the upgraded iPhone. Okay. Let me ask you this question. When was the last time you upgraded you? Be honest. When was the last time you upgraded you? Maybe you have already. I don't know. Did you ever upgrade the version of you?
Yes, it would be interesting for me to now guess what number I am, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to evaluate my upgrade right now. I don't know.
Okay,
I never thought about that. What number I would say that I upgraded so far.
okay. So and I will give you an kind of like a matrix, okay?
Okay.
Maria, how do you know how many version you upgraded? Just look at your results.
And give 1 point. Oh, what?
1 point. So you're at 2.0 now?
Well, my result. I
Okay.
don't think that I cannot judge by my results very high.
Okay. So that's
Because
okay. Mhm. Yeah.
I think that I have a vision and I have some results that I didn't want to make. I didn't say, but results. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
We'll
okay.
see.
That's okay. So that's why you see the first week was to reflect, right? So,
Mhm.
and I'll share with you, when you upgrade it, you will know. You would know because your results will change and you will feel like a different person. Literally, you will feel like the old self died. Like, so, and I'll share my story with you in a little bit. Okay. So I personally upgraded twice already. And every time when I upgraded, I mourn my old self. Meaning like there's a day where I was just so sad and I don't even know why. And my old self was dying. Energetically, of course, right? Yeah. And that's when I knew that I upgraded. Okay.
Okay.
So take a look. I know this might be a new concept and some of you saying you might be in the process of upgrading. Okay. You will know when you have upgraded to the next level. You will know. Okay. Just like
Okay.
iPhone, you upgraded to the next level, everything just runs smoother, right? Just like your iPhone. You have more features. Yes. Right. Just you would know. Yeah. Okay. So take a look. Yeah. When you started looking beyond the 3D world. Yes, that's right. Ellen, yes. Where are you? Yes.
Okay, I play the Jersey Five, and I kept imagining that I had won the Jersey Five. I said, I'm the winner of the Jersey Five. Okay, one day I got an intuition. I says, I got to do something different with these numbers. And I got a gut feeling, and I played some of these numbers that I never played before. You know, I missed it by one number, and I won $500. So
Wow.
I know it does work, this stuff. And then also I had a vision in 2023 of a number because I played Jersey 4. Thought it was 3223. I played it, I played it, I played it. However, I did miss the day and I felt lucky. It came out at night instead of during the day. And I had to have my hair done that day. But I know now what to follow when you feel lucky and you're good, go what your gut tells you. Just listen to your intuition. So I know this stuff does work. And now I'm trying it with a job because my job is going to go out. So I'm looking for a new job. So I keep imagining I'm so happy and grateful for the new job and to feel the feeling of that I have the job.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Ellen. For
Yeah.
those of people that may not know, Jersey 5 is a lottery. Yes, in local. Okay, okay. Beautiful. Yeah, keep us posted on that, on your job, Ellen. Yeah. Beautiful. Yes. Okay. All right. So that was just a reflection for last week. And who actually, I know I saw in the chat, some of you guys actually read your goal card? Some of you? Yeah, Jerome, yes. Okay, okay. Again, if you didn't, oh, Jody, oh, awesome. You wrote it on your card. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So how do you, Jody, how did you get yours? Please share. Ellen is asking, how did you get yours?
I just borrowed it from the stationery cupboard at work.
Yeah.
Just an index card. It's a bit battered now because I keep it in my back pocket.
Good. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
In card, business card, any card. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
just look at it throughout the day. Keep looking at it
Beautiful.
to
Looking
keep
at
me
it.
up in that, in that zone.
Yep. It's keep you in the frequency
Mm.
predominantly in the day. Yes. That's the whole idea. Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. Let's get into today's, shall we? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So today we're talking about self-image. Okay, I'm gonna share with my slides, self-image or identity shifting. Okay, so again, because we're like-minded people, I can use a lot of the words that maybe will resonate. So I will relate to some of the teachers, right? Like Bob Proctor or Dr. Jill or Neville, just so that I can connect all of them together. Okay, because everybody here is like-minded people. Okay. So I would love to start off with this quote. Okay, I'm going to read it first. It says that in life, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. Okay. And I know you guys been in the personal development space. Everybody has heard that before. Yes? Right. Okay. Right. But again, you can hear something, but doesn't mean you really understand it. Okay. So what do you guys think this means? This sentence here. What does this mean?
You attract what you become.
You attract what you become. Okay. Yes. Can you elaborate?
Not probably as well as Jim Rohn did.
That's okay. It's you. It's okay. You don't have to.
I can try. I can try. Let me give it a try. So you have to feel the vibration and the frequency. You have to be in that frequency. You have to think, your thoughts have to match that frequency of what you want to attract, right? So if you have a certain goal, you have to think, you have to constantly think about that goal, and you have to think, you have to be aware of your thoughts leading to your goal. So it has to match that frequency.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. That was
You
great. That was great. Yes. And I see people in the chat, right? Attach what you sent out. Is it attract what you sent out, Ellen? Maybe that's what you mean. Attract? Yeah. Okay. Attract. And Shannon says you attract what you believe to be true. Okay. So yes, it's all along the same lines, right? So I would like to kind of summarize just for everybody. Okay. Yes, everybody said the right thing, right? So you got to think about what you want. So you attract it back. Yes. You attract what you believe to be true. Yes. That's your thoughts and your feelings, right? How about your actions? So you get what you are because what you are is your self-identity, your self-image. It's not just what you do. Okay, it's what you are. So it's not so much about the doingness, but rather than the beingness. Okay. Let that sink in a little bit. Okay. Because everybody agrees law of attraction works, right? Everybody understand how it works. Think about yourself as a walking magnet. Your self-image unconsciously is always sending out vibration. Right? If you feel unworthy on a subconscious level, okay, even though consciously you're like, yeah, I am wealthy, I am rich. on a subconscious level, if you have that unworthiness vibration, guess what you're gonna attract? Are you gonna attract wealth? Or are you gonna attract circumstances that make you feel unworthy?
We operate in the subconscious a lot more, don't we?
Yes, yes, it's the subconscious, right? Do you guys see that? And that's what this statement is saying. You don't attract what you say you want consciously, money, relationship, clients, right? You attract actually unconsciously the vibration you're sending out. And that's your self-image. What you think, how you feel, and what actions you take or don't take. So
Um,
it's your be.
I-
Yes?
I'm actually asking this from a place of help because I've been actually studying manifestation affirmations for years now. And I really like the way you actually make us think from a different perspective. So like no matter how much I'm studying, I'm doing on these subjects, there's so much to learn more into it. It's just there's different levels, right, of thinking. So how do we get to that point where we actually start, you know, creating that energy within ourselves? You know, we have that energy, but recognizing it and attracting that. And I'm pretty sure you're getting to that, right? To that point. But it's easy to reflect on your what's happening to you in the present and being someone that you haven't felt or haven't basically been. It's very hard to actually get to that point because it's basically like the word that I think of is faith, because something that you cannot see, right? Your belief is so strong in something that you haven't seen, you know?
Mhm.
So I don't know if that makes sense, but I was trying my very best to convey my message.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I think a lot of people, again, like have been in the personal development space, right? Like study all these materials, but yet how come the results haven't shifted? And that was me. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm telling you, today's workshop or masterclass is gonna be the game changer. Because if you don't change who you are on the core, you'll never change the results. So today is the day that we're gonna get into how to do that. Yeah. So hope you guys are excited, right? You guys are here. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about self-image and self-concept, whether or not, your understanding of self-image or self-concept. Okay. I'm not sure what everybody's level of understanding, but let's getting to the basics. Okay. So self-image, what is self-image or self-concept? Okay. It is an image that you hold of yourself that is fixed and impressed upon your subconscious mind. Okay, so first of all, let's just take it slower, okay? Your self-image is in your subconscious mind. Okay, in a way, you're unconscious of your self-image, unconscious, okay? And it is formed through genetics. That's why you look like your families, right? Relatives, you look like your parents, siblings, cousins, unless you do plastic surgery, right? But other than that, you look like them, right? Okay,
Does it
no
also,
way. Huh?
sorry to interrupt, does it also mean your standard that you have for yourself? Your self-identity or your self-concept? Does it mean like the standards that you put yourself in?
Yes, yes,
Like
yeah,
what your
yeah.
expectations is from yourself. Like, high achievers have high expectations, not from others, but from themselves.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
I'm
So
I'm
your
just trying to
belief,
get a concept of like an idea of like what this means. That's why I was asking that.
yeah, no problem. So I'm gonna go through this
Okay.
probably slide and next slide, so you'll have
Gotcha.
better idea, okay? And
Okay.
then later on, no worries, no worries. And then, I can go in deeper and answer your questions, okay? So, and then the second way how your self-image is formed is through your environment, right? So again, if you hang out with 7-figure entrepreneurs, right, who are already on that mindset, who is on that level, if that's your environment, okay, guess where you're going to attract? Guess what they're going to be talking about, your thoughts, right? Versus someone who is maybe not totally opposite, right? So we are our product of our environments. There's no deny about that. Yeah. Right. The third is your past experiences. Okay. So depending on how long you've been alive on the planet, right? So I celebrated my 42nd birthday 3 weeks ago. So I've been on the planet for 42 years. Okay. So depending on how long you've been alive on this planet, your self-image is formed. Okay. Not only that, okay, so now we're gonna get into understanding more. Majority of your self-image was formed before the age of 6. And that's crazy because how much of the memory before the age of 6 do you remember? Anybody? Like very vaguely. Right. I mean, of course, you still maybe you have some memories, like some trauma or some good memories too, but very vague, right? Before 6. Imagine that. Majority of your self-image was formed before that. So if you have not changed your self-image, that means the self-image that you're walking around every day was formed before the age of 0 to 6. Okay. And I want you to think about it. Who were you surrounded by between the age of 0 to 6? Type in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Who are you surrounded by between the age of 0 to 6? Type in the chat. Like maybe you can share yourself. Like was it caretaker? Was it grandparents? Siblings? Family? Okay, good. Did you go to school? Did you go daycare? Yeah, grandparents, classmates. Okay, okay, good. Okay. What were they saying? Can you recall something that they keep on saying? What were your parents saying when you're growing up? Maybe they were saying, don't watch that. Or don't buy that toy. Save, save, save. We don't have money to buy that toy. What were they saying? Okay, work hard, go to sleep early. Okay, that's good. Go to sleep early is good. Your mom and don't do that. Don't do that. Imagine, right? Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of them coming out from love, right? Yeah, money doesn't grow on tree. Jody, we can definitely prove that wrong because my money tree has money growing on my tree. Just kidding. I have this here just to prove that hey, my in my house money grows money comes from my trees. So just kidding. But right, things that you're surrounded by, right? That form your self-image. Okay? Yeah. So think about it. That's how your self-image would form. And your self-image, why are we even talking about it? What's the point of all this? Because your self-image, guys, controls all areas of your life. All areas. It controls what breakfast you had this morning. Okay? It controls what kind of car you drive. It controls what kind of clothing you wear. Controls everything. Controls what relationship you're in or lack of. It controls your relationship with yourself, relationship with the higher power, universe, God. Everything, every little thing controls everything. So again, if you want to change your results, you got to change your self-image. And the truth is that you have 2 self-images. Okay. Did you guys know this? Not, okay, so I'm looking at Jody. So not the one that when we talk about, oh, you have multiple versions of yourself. I'll get into that later. But this is more in the physical world, okay? In the 3D world, you have two self-images, not the multi-dimension self-image yet, okay? In the physical world, in the 3D world, you have two self-images. You have one image that you portray to the outside world, how people see you, how people see you dress, talk, right? They think they know you, but you actually have an internal image that no one else sees, only you see. Yeah, so maybe on the outside, maybe you seem like an extrovert, or maybe you seem like an introvert, but in reality, you're not, right? Okay, or maybe other people think, oh, Jody looks so confident, right? Right? A lot of people will say that, oh, you look so confident, and then inside you're like, oh, maybe no, I'm not really, right? You know what I'm saying, right? So the internal self-image is the one that's actually controlling your results. Is how you feel about yourself inside. That's the one controlling your results. So again, we're gonna work on how to change the one within so you can change your results. Okay? And there's the good news and there's the bad news. I'll start with the bad news first, okay? The bad news is you didn't put your self-image there, right? Because we were talking about the self-image was formed between age of 0 to 6. You're just a baby or toddler, right? So you didn't decide what you want to put in your self-image. You didn't decide that, hey, I want to work hard, or you didn't decide I want to sleep early, right? You didn't decide that. Someone decided for you. Okay, so that's the bad news, is that you didn't even decide your self-image. The good news is then you can change it. And this is what the beautiful thing of being a human is, that we can change. You can change into whatever you want. Right? Like I'm looking at my dog, Mojo, like he can't change, right? He can't grow into like a human being, right? But us human, we can grow into a different, anything you want, whoever you want to be. Okay, so you're responsible. Yes? Make sense? Yeah, awesome. Now, how is this relating to inner conversation? Okay, so literally today, I just put out a YouTube video, and I hope you guys would get a chance to watch that video, because in that video, I'll talk about how you can fast track your manifestation, right? So in the school, I saw a lot of people commenting fast, 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 fast. And this is the part that determines how fast or slow your manifestation come. Is your inner conversations, okay? So because a lot of you are Neville's fans, I'm gonna quote, okay? So Neville, he in his words, in his teachings, he talk about this as inner conversations or mental diet. Anybody have heard his lecture? Oh, you saw the video. Okay, awesome. Yeah, mental diet, inner conversation. Anybody? Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Some of you, yeah, okay. So what is inner conversation? Okay, so do watch the video. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it, but look at this little guy on the bottom down here on the right hand side. Can anyone relate to what the conversation that he's having? One day he's like, oh, I can't do it, right? Or like, oh, maybe I can be successful as an entrepreneur, right? And then the next day is, oh, I must be perfect, or I'm not good enough. Nobody likes me, right? Yeah, Rush, no worries. It's maybe if you want, I'll post it in the school. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. I'll post it. Okay. So anybody relate to this little guy here? Anybody? Yes. Right? Is it a how often does it come up? Like, is it a everyday thing, every week thing, every month thing? How often? Too often. Right? Yes, so many times throughout the day, not just once. Oh, good, Shannon. That's very good. Not as much as it used to. Very good. Okay, so for those of you that are saying that as much as used to, very good. Okay, good, good, good. Because now you have awareness. Okay, so this inner conversation is all this inner chatter, right? How am I gonna do that, right? I hope by now, less and less. Or who do you think you are, right? Who is gonna pay for your product or service, or who's going to listen to you, who's going to work with you, right? You've never done that before. What if it goes wrong? Yada, yada, I don't know if I can. Okay, what if I fail? You get the point. Okay, let me ask you this question. Do you think successful people, do you think they don't have these kind of conversations in their mind? Do you think successful people, like, I don't know, Jeff Bezos or Tesla, what's the Tesla's name? Elon Musk. Do you think that they don't have these conversations in their mind? What do you think?
They might have, or they still do, but they know how to overcome it.
Exactly. Thank you. They still do, because we all do. And the reason is because we have this thing called the mind, right? Everybody has a mind. If you have a mind, your mind, this is what your mind is designed to do, is to help, is to protect you, right? But the only difference is they don't let this stop them. That's all. But they know how to tame the inner conversations. That's the only difference. Exactly. Okay. So how let me just show you how your self-image create your reality. Okay. Again, people talk about it, people say it, but to me, the image would really get you to understand. Okay. So whatever belief or your self-image that you have of yourself, whether it's true or not. Okay. Let's just say that I believe I am an introvert. Let's just say that, right? I believe I'm an introvert. Okay. So, and that's the self-image I'm putting out. Okay. What's going to happen is it's going to project outside to the so-called reality, because that's what I believe. Right. And then because I believe I'm an introvert, okay, I'm not going to speak up in meetings, right? I'm like not going to raise my hand. No way. Okay? I'm going to be hiding. Yes. So because of this, right? Because that's the reality, what happens outside, what people or your colleagues or your supervisor, right? They might think like, oh, okay, then Amy must be an introvert because she's so quiet. She never speak up. You see that? So the reality is feeding back to you. And then when the reality feeds back to you, you think it's your self-image. So this is what we call a self-fulfilling prophecy. You see this? It's a vicious cycle. Okay, so it reinforces what you believe and then goes round and round and round. So again, if we're gonna have a new reality, what do we need to do? We need to reframe a new story. Right? So instead of believing that I'm an introvert, okay, I don't have to say, oh, I'm an extrovert all of the next day. No, I can just say, well, I'm getting better and better at getting out of my shell, right? And then maybe I'll raise my hand during work once, right? So then what's going to happen? It's going to change my so-called reality. You see this, yeah? Okay, beautiful. So a lot of people, what they do is they try to change the reality by doing matter to matter. Okay, so now I'm talking using Dr. Joe's his words, essentially, right? So Dr. Joe would say, this is called matter to matter. You're trying to change the 3D with the 3D. That's not how it works, right? Okay. It's kind of like if you don't like something that you see in the mirror, you're like, try to change the mirror. It's not going to change, right? What you do, you should change here. Then the reflection will change. Yes, makes sense. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to show you just how I have evolved, and then I'll share with you the process that I took. Yeah, as within, so without. Yes, Shannon, beautiful. I love that quote. Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly, just on a external level of my progression, my upgrades. Okay, so this is what I call Amy 1.0. Some of you have seen this before. This is when I was shy and reserved. Okay, and then this is when I was a burnout realtor. I was lost. I didn't know I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted to do, just lost. Okay. And then what happened? I met Bob Proctor, right? That's when I started to get into personal development, started to attend tons of personal development events. Okay. And that's when I started to change my self-image. So this is Amy 2.0. So this is 2019, I believe. Yeah. So you can tell and I changed my self-image from someone who's very shy to becoming a speaker. Okay. Just to break out my shell. But you could still tell that I was still a little bit timid. Right. And then 2020, 2000, yeah. 2020, yeah, 2020, I upgraded to Amy 3.0. Okay, so like I mentioned before earlier, every time when I upgraded, my old self died. Can you see the difference as far as the image? Yes? Yeah? Okay. So please write this down. The fastest way to change your self-image is material things, externally. External. Okay. Royal difference. Oh yeah, I love it. Okay. The fastest way to change your self-image is by something material. Okay. It could be. So I think last week we talked about the Florence Scovel Shin, right? Remember, some of you guys read that book. So in that book, Florence, she had an example of someone who bought a coat. Do you guys know that story? Some of you? Okay, cool. So basically the story was a gentleman, he wanted to buy this coat, very expensive coat, right? And then after he bought it, he was able to attract more clients into his life, right? Basically, that's the story. Okay. So I want you to think about what you can do in your life, material things, materialistic wise, you can do an upgrade. Because that's the fastest way to shift your image. And then I was telling Steph, okay, so Steph is my client. I was telling her, yeah, right? Hi, Steph. I was telling you to do something different, right, with your hair. So gentlemen and ladies, if you want to shift your frequency, is to go get a haircut, okay, for ladies. Okay, I know Jody, Jody. No. I say ladies, Jody. I say lady. I know. For gentlemen, for you, okay, Jody. Maybe like something external. So maybe like a watch or a suit or a coat. Anything external that will make you feel more the next level, if you will. Okay, so think of it for what you guys can do for yourself. Okay, that's the fastest way. You can go buy a purse, or buy a bag, upgrade your makeup, whatever. Okay, so do something with your hair, either cut it or you can dye it. If you don't have hair, then it doesn't apply to you, okay? More vibrant. As far as the energy wise, yes. Macy has good sale. Yes, right now, Christmas. Start wearing short shirts. What does that mean? Oh, like dress shirt, Jody? Dress shirt?
Instead of t-shirts, a bit scruffy,
Yeah.
these things, aren't they?
Yes, exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
because you'll feel better about yourself, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And but one of my clients asked me, he's like, but how come like Mark Zuckerberg or like who also is the wealthiest guy? The other guy, Bill Gates, right? How come they don't have to dress up, right? Because their results already show. You know what I mean? They don't need that, right? Do you see this? They don't need it because they already have their mindset, right? So if you're at that level, then no, I would tell you, you don't need to, okay? Makes sense. Oh, Maria, okay, good. As long as you just change it up, it's a frequency thing, yeah? Dress better, make you feel rich. It does, right? When ladies, when we put makeup on, you just feel better, right? When we wear heels and things like that, because they can, that's right. Okay, beautiful. Now, please take some notes because this is the 3 simple steps on how I've used over and over and over again to upgrade my self-image. Okay. This is the how. So write this down. I call this the opulent you 2.0. This is how you level up. Okay. So step one is always awareness, right? When you want to change something, you have to first become aware first of where you're at. Okay. And we're going to go into talking about this. So awareness is always the first step. Okay. The second step is alignment. You have to align with the version of yourself who has your C-type goal. Yes. Okay. And that requires letting go of your old self. Okay. Again, we're going to talk about it. The third one, now, can anybody guess? It's the 3 A's, right? So you have the awareness. Now you're aligned. What's the third A? Take a guess. The one that you guys love the most. Let's see. Let's see. Action. It's so funny. I know. Thank you, Shannon. I know I love attract, but people love action, which I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, when you are aligned, you obviously will attract. Yeah, achieve, Jody. You guys. Action. Okay. Some of you just love taking actions. Don't get me wrong. Action is important, yes. But before that, you gotta align first. Yeah. Yes, makes sense. Okay. Don't just start taking action. You gotta align first. Okay. Yes, everybody has it down. Okay. It looks like I'm I'm gonna be way over time. Can you guys stay? Yes, you okay? Okay. It's always never 60 minutes. Okay, let's go. So how do you alter your self-image? Thank you, thank you. Step one is awareness. Where is your current self-image? Okay, so this goes to back to what, the conversation I had with Maria is, how do I know if upgraded? Well, look at your results. Oh, thank you. Snow outside. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So what I would like everybody to do again, before 2025, take an inventory of your current results. Okay. And I'm going to list it for you. Very simple. For always 4 pillars. Number 1, financial. Okay. How much money have you earned this year compared to last year, compared to the year before? Let's just go back 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Okay. That's how you know. Because if your results haven't changed, then you haven't changed. And I'm sorry to say this to you, because some people think that, oh, I've changed, but your results never changed, so you didn't change. Okay, so this is how you know. So number 1 is financial. How much have you increased, changed, shifted, quantum leaps? Okay. Second is your health. Have your health, overall health, improved? Right? How do you know? I mean, your energy level or your weight or your BMI, how many times do you go to the gym, right? Like there's certain metrics that you can measure. Yeah. Good. Third is your relationships. Take a look at the relationship you have in your life. Maybe some people, they're no longer in your life, and that might be a good thing, right? Yeah. So take a look at family relationship, also romantic relationship, and also friendship. Okay, just do an inventory of where you're at, and then if you like the outcome that you have. Okay, and then the fourth is always contribution. Right, so we're not waiting until you have money to make contribution, right? A lot of people say, oh, when I have money, I'll donate this and donate that. No, you can donate now, right? So we're not waiting till you have money now. Okay, so do a quick inventory, and then maybe next week when we come back, you guys can share. Then we know if you really upgraded. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, good. So step 2 is part of that is the alignment has 2 parts. You can write this down. It's called release and rewire. Release and rewire. Okay, so how do we become aligned to your new self? again, we gotta let go of the old self. Okay, and this will take time. So how do you let go? You gotta start looking at the results in your life. Okay, for instance, I'll give you an example. Let's say that you look at your finances and you look at your finances for the past year, okay? And you're like, man, like this year I work really, really hard. I work many, many hours, but then I don't have that much results. Okay, let's just say if that's the reflection. Okay, then you want to dig a little bit deeper because there's must be an underlying belief that either you believe that money, you need to work hard for money. Yes? Does that make sense? So you will look at your results and you reverse engineering and ask yourself, what are some of the beliefs that created that result? Okay, yes, makes sense. Okay, and then after you recognize those beliefs, and this is when we can rewire the new ones. Okay, so in this case, I use money because it's easier to relate to everybody. That's why I love to really have a empowering affirmation that says, right? You guys love this from Bob, right? Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I mean, you don't have to use this one. Use the one that resonates with you. Right? You can say, I'm having so much fun while helping people and earning money. Right? Whatever resonates with you. Yes? Good? We good? Okay, so I'm telling you, going through a little bit. Okay, good, good. Okay. So I want to talk about here a little bit. When I talk about this one, the second one, all self-images exist within you now. What does this mean? So this is what Jody, when we were talking about, this is beyond the 3D, okay? So this is in the quantum field. Okay, what does that mean? So let me draw, because again, this helps me to understand, and I think it will help you guys to understand better. You guys see my whiteboard? Yes, yes, okay, cool. So really quickly, this is what it means by all self-images exist. Okay. Okay. So you can draw with me. So this is your self-image. Okay. So there's a self-image. You have all the self-images exist. Okay. So again, if you follow Dr. Joe, this is called the quantum field, which all possibility exist, right? Quantum field, that's what it means. Okay. What this means is there's a version of you. Okay. Again, I'm using money because it's easy, right? There's a version of you who earns 100K a year. Okay. He exists. She exists. Okay. There's a version of you on the other side who earns $1 million a year. Okay. And again, you can use this for health, for relationship, all different results, right? Using money. And then there's on the other side, there's a version of you who's earning nada, nothing, right? Not doing well. Okay, so just for the simple sake, let's just use 3. Okay. So there's a version of you here, here, here. And I'm gonna ask you guys this. Which one is the one that's the reality? Pen drop or pin drop. All, yeah. Which one is the physical reality? Not all. All of them are potential in the quantum field. But which one is the 3D world? Oh, Alan. 0? No. The one you choose, okay, Jerome, 100K Steph. Okay, which 100? Oh, 100K year. Okay, the reason why Steph, you said that because that's your goal right now. That's why you put that, right? But Steph, I'm gonna challenge you right now, okay, just for the fun. Why didn't you put 1 million a year? Why didn't you? I mean, that's a possibility too, but why didn't you?
Because before that you said all were potential. So that could be a potential, but current reality would be the 100K for now.
Okay,
But
okay.
in the upgraded version, it will be the 1 million.
Okay, good, good. But it will be 1 million when you start picking 1 million.
Right.
Yeah, beautiful. The one in your subconscious, the one you make decisions about. Okay, so different answers, huh? We have no unanimous answer. Everybody says different things. Okay, it's easier than you think. Which one will manifest is the one that you focus on, right? It's the one you focus on. What you focus on expands. So you don't have to answer this, but you want to maybe ask yourself, which one have you been focusing on? Regardless of your physical reality. Doesn't matter what's going on in the physical world. Because this is in the quantum field, right? So which one have you been focusing on in your imagination? Which one have you been dwelling in? Because whichever one is the one that will manifest. Yes? Yes? Okay, so I hope this shows you that, hey, regardless, whatever the physical world is, choose whichever one you want to focus on, because that's the one that will grow. Okay? There's no limit here. There's no limit. Okay, beautiful. Okay, good. What do you call it? Okay, yes, 100K per month. Yes, that's right. That's the C-type goal. Yes. Okay. This is, let me see. Okay. I want everybody put in the chat. Okay. If you can show up as A or B, which one would you show up? They're both red cars. They can both get you from A to B or B to A, whatever you want to say. Okay. But which one do you want to choose to show up in? B, 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 B? Why? No one is A? Why? Why? It's a red car. If I insist. You don't know, you don't have to. That's mine. Maybe C, there will be another upgrade. Okay, yeah, okay. But why? Why? But why? Okay, now we have unanimous, everybody, most of people, everybody say B. Why? It's a red car. Both get you places. But why did you choose B?
It adds on to your self-image.
Mm-hmm.
Boost it.
Yeah. Boost, yes. Design and brand. It's the red, I know, right? It's called Ferrari red for a reason. And Rebecca, it's A if you feel cute. Or you can have both, right? Weekday is A, weekend is B. Yes, you can. Okay, it's nicer. Okay, so again, this is just for you to really reflect upon which one are you showing up as? Are you showing up as A or are you showing up as B? If you were a car. Because whichever you show up as is whatever you attract. Yes? So if you want to attract B, then show up more as B.
That's very true because when you buy a new car, like the feeling that you get, the emotions that you get from that car, like just having it and driving it, it's different.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, good. Okay, so I cannot go have you change self-image without sharing this true self-concept. Okay, and I may have shared this before, but this one again, you can meditate on this for the rest of your life. It will have deeper meaning as you evolve. But for now, you can write this down. We talk about a lot of the self-concepts, right? The self-concept that you hold of yourself is what you're going to attract. And the truth is, yes, you can evolve, you can change, we're ever evolving, but this is the true self-concept. Okay, this is the premise of where everything is based on, which is that you are a spiritual being living in a physical body with a mind. Okay. And then I believe we talked about this last week about the infinite side. Yes, a lot of you guys agree we're infinite, right? A lot of you says yes, yes. Okay. Yes, you guys agree? Infinite. Okay. Yes. Then I'm gonna ask you this question. How do you put a price on something that's infinite? How do you put a price on something that's infinite? Meaning you. If you believe that you are infinite, then how do you put a value on something that's infinite? What's the value then of something that's infinite? Hmm? Can you put a value on something that's infinite?
Is it by defining what is infinite for you? Like aligning what infinite means. Like
Hmm?
if you know what infinite, you're infinite, but what's your definition of infinite is important. Like what you attach yourself with when you call infinite.
Okay. I mean, this is something that everybody agreed when we talked about last week, right? That you're a spiritual being living in a physical body, so you're boundless, right? There's no limit. You're infinite, limitless, right? Everybody agree with that. And my question is just, how do you put a value that's something that's on something that's infinite? Can you put a value on something that's infinite?
Yeah, that's true. You cannot. It's infinite.
Yes? Yes?
Kind of
No?
like priceless, right? What's something that's priceless, right? You cannot put a value on it because you cannot like measure it, right? Because it's priceless. Just like that infinite, you cannot put a value on it, at least from what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. No, 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 no. You don't stop doubting yourself, Rich. There's no right or wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta believe, trust yourself more. Yeah.
Okay, I
But
trust myself that, yeah.
yeah. But I want everybody to think about it because what I'm about to go into is very important because some of you, I
Yeah.
know I got a post on self-worth. Yes, you guys saw that? Yes. Self-worth. Self-worth. I'm not gonna go through everything, but the question I have for you is, how much do you value yourself? I love this one, like for me, like this one, this image for me, like know your worth, because that's a reminder for myself. Because I share in the post that I used to have low self-worth, right? Unconsciously, of course, not consciously. Of course, I wouldn't consciously didn't have any worth, no, but unconsciously, right? And the reason why was because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know I was I was this. I didn't know I am a spiritual being living in a physical body with a mind. I didn't know. And because of that, I had low self-worth. I was attracting people that didn't value my worth. I was attracting clients that didn't pay me my worth. Can some of you guys relate?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Okay. That's why I brought this up, because I know some of you also have this.
And it's like an
Yeah.
endless cycle. It's like a circle because you're constantly reminded of the things that you did in your past and you're thinking about it too at the same time. So you're in that circle of like nonstop going in the past again, thinking about the same thing again and again. So you're not coming
Yeah.
out of it basically, right?
Well, that's why.
That's what had happened. Now I know I am now, but
Yeah, that's why I had said that you got to let go of your old self.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
One
Okay.
thing that stood out for me is like no one knows your potential. That kind of stood out because it's that line that you had in the prior slide. Like
Yeah,
what's infinite?
exactly. Right. So the reason why I want to share this with you, because this is how you will start to recognize your own worth. Okay. And again, your worth is not dependent upon how much your client pays you. No. Okay. Your worth is solely based upon this statement here. Just this statement, just this one. Okay. Obviously, again, like I said, you should meditate on this statement, and it's gonna get deeper and deeper as you go evolve. Okay. However, your self-worth, if anything, you write this down, your self-worth controls the receiving part. You can write this down. It controls how much money you're able to receive. So if you're someone who has low self-worth, then the money is not going to be the same level. You won't be able to receive it. Does that make sense for people, for you guys? Yeah. Okay. Can you guys relate to that? The self-worth part? Yes,
Absolutely.
no, yes. That's right. Your self-worth is the point of attraction. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. So if you want to change again, right? You see, we're dissecting a lot. There's the self-image, there's the self-concept, and then now there's the self-worth, right? Slowly, slowly. Okay. So I would like to give you an exercise to help you to start increase your self-worth and your self-concept. Are you guys open to that? Yes, it's a homework for you guys. Homework. No, I don't want to say it like homework, but let me just guide you through real quick. Okay. And I'm gonna post this in the school, so you don't have to write this down, just maybe you just want to listen in for now. Okay. So this assignment is I'm gonna ask you to write out 5 people that you admire. Okay. And these people can be alive or not alive. It's okay. Okay. They can be in your same industry, or they can be like a celebrity. Doesn't matter. Okay. So basically 5 people, female, male, fictional, non-fictional. You can put Superman, you can put Wonder Woman, doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Just make sure you no, never mind. Okay. What characteristic do they possess? Okay. So this is an important part. Okay. I mean, there's a reason why you admire them. Okay. So I would like you to write down their characteristics that they possess. Maybe they are someone who has confidence in themselves, or who is a very good communicator who's very good, I don't know, at presenting himself, herself. Someone who is very disciplined, maybe. Okay, so study them. Why do you admire them? Okay. And then why are we asking you to find out the characteristics? It's not for you to be like them. Okay. This is very important. No, we want you to do you. Okay. However, we're trying to build your new self-image. Okay. So this is the cool and fun part, is that, hey, if you like their characteristics, let's say someone who's very charismatic. Okay. Let's just say that, oh, that person is just very magnetic. Okay. What you can do is you can take that characteristic and put it into your self-image. So we can start building your own new self-image. The, Jody 2.0, the Ellen 2.0, I don't know, right? So we're going to start doing that. Okay. And then you want to study them. Okay. So how do they dress? How do they think? How do they talk? How do they walk? Right? What cars do they drive? How often do they go on vacations? How do they think about money? What is their relationship with money? Do they have a lot of money? How do they talk? Okay, so just giving you some ideas. If you know like any like mentors or coaches of yours, right? Or anybody that just like a role model, if you will. How do they think? Who do they hang out with? Are they followers? Are they leaders? Yeah. Okay. So I will show you, this is your assignment, but I'm gonna give you an example. You know a few. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example of what I use to build my self-image. Okay, script. Yes. Okay. Oh, it's this page. Okay, good. So whether you know them or not, I mean, Oprah, I think everybody would know Oprah, right? I don't have to explain Oprah. She's just Oprah, right? The one on the left bottom, her name is Sandy Gallagher. So for those of you that know Bob, she was Bob's Proctor's business partner, right? And she was very good at on speaking on stages, right? So I really like her presence. The lady in the middle, her name is Gabrielle Gasting. I don't know, some of you might know her, right? She's also in the manifestation world. I love her, she's spiritual too, but her words, like the way that she explained things, just very resonates with me. Okay. The lady on the right top, her name is Dee Dee Wong, which I mentioned a lot about her. She was my mentor. She was also someone that got me into the movies and all that, the investment deals and all that. Yeah. Yes. So to me, she's my mentor, right? And obviously she's quite the manifester. She's had dinner with the Pope, right? So anyways, long story. Okay, so you'll hear me talk about her a lot. And then the lady Mel Robbins on the right bottom, I like her again because she's also in the personal development space. She's very straightforward, but very sweet, right? She's the way she explained things about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys know the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's her method, right? Okay. So that is your assignment for next week. Okay. Any questions? No questions? No. Okay. So no questions. Okay, beautiful. So next week is right before the end of the year. Next week, we're gonna actually finish off self-image because self-image is such a big topic. I mean, cannot talk about it in just 1 hour, okay? So next week, I'm gonna talk about self-image plus actions, right? The A that you guys like, okay? So in order to do that, you guys will have to finish the assignment. So you have a better idea of your new version of yourself. And then also next week, I would love to do a visualization exercise. Yeah, for you to tap into that frequency. Okay. So, when we're talking about, okay, all the self images exist. Okay. The one you focus on is the one that will grow. how do you focus on it? You want to tap into that frequency, right? But right now, for some of you, maybe this is new, right? You don't even know the next level, the next version of you will look like, feel like. So it's hard for us to tap into it, right? That's why I'm gonna give you assignment for next week. Once you write it out, you'll be able to visualize it easier. Okay, and then also use ChatGPT. Okay, I also, like I mentioned before, right? Use ChatGPT. Hey, you know, this is I literally just used ChatGPT before I came on, and just like, hey, you know, this is the 5 people that I would like to emulate, right? So give me a script of how do I build in their characteristic into my self-image and write it out for me. ChatGPT will help you. Okay, so kind of like, that's kind of like the cheat sheet. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, awesome. Well, I mean, again, thank you guys for staying over. It's always time always pass by, but and if I don't see you guys for Christmas, I will Merry Christmas, and then I'll see you a week from today, next Saturday. Yes. All right. Okay. Have a great week. Happy holidays.
You too. Thanks, everyone.
You. Bye.